I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I was one of the people who was trying to learn to dance for Chosen
Okay.
and TikTok, and once I started to connect with your voice and music, I was like, I got to dig deeper.
Yeah.
So I started checking out Six Tape and your album No Love Lost.
Yeah.
And there's nothing regular about you, and I love that. So welcome to the Hybrid Soul Countdown.
Thank you.
Today my guest is Blxst.
What's the deal? How y'all doing?
Was has everything happened the way that you planned it to be thus far?
That's a good question. I think it's beyond what I even imagined at this point,
Hmm.
so I'm just like enjoying the extra credit. That's how I look at it. This is extra credit for me.
Right. So you've worked with a lot of great people, a lot of people that I enjoy listening to: Ty Dolla, Russ,
Yeah.
Bino, and more. Has any one of them given you advice now as far as an artist? Because you do a lot of things we're gonna get into.
I would say Russ, just not even more specifically, just seeing his blueprint as being an independent artist and running his own program, having creative control. I think just watching artists like that
Right.
inspired me to take that same lane.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're from LA, South
Yeah.
Central to be exact.
Mhm.
Let's go back. So
Okay.
how did we get, I know this is a question you get a lot. How did we get the name Blxst?
So I had made it up when I was young,
Uh-huh.
just trying to create a cool name. And then I got a little older. I thought it was kind of corny, so I was going to change it.
Right.
But I had a son, so now I kind of look at it as me being a superhero. So
Right.
I'm Blxst the superhero now.
I love that you say superhero because when I listen to your lyrics, like you really speak some truth. Like you
Mhm.
could do a relationship book, right?
Mm.
So I feel like in relationships with your friends and even your romantic partners, like,
Yeah.
are you like, do you really have no, it's no, it's all peace, it's no bumpy roads? Because you really kick that shit.
Nah, not at all. It's definitely ups and downs like
Uh,
anybody else, but I think that's why I'm able to speak on it from an experience point because
mm-hmm.
I've been through the highs and the lows. So I'm able to elaborate on those topics in my music.
That's cool. So you got the name Blast, and so I love it, and I love the way you spell it. Was it Blast Blast first? When did the X come?
Yeah, it used to be Blast,
Uh huh.
but I just wanted to be distinct when you look up my name.
Right.
So I just added the X just so I know when you look it up, I'm the first thing that's gonna pop up.
Right. Taking it back to the beginnings when you first started, what was your plan? Because you also write as
Hmm.
well. Did the singing come first or the writing come first?
I think it was both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Just being a fan of people like Ryan Leslie, Pharrell, Kanye West. I seen them be producers and artists simultaneously. So that's kind of how I wanted to approach the game from the jump,
Mm-hmm.
and I just ran with it. I fell in love.
When you write songs with the melody, because you're a vibe,
Mm.
so you have a melody. How do you write your songs?
That's exactly how I write it. I might hop on a mic and just do a melody with no words
Right.
because I feel like that's the catchiest part of the song.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna remember a melody before you remember the lyrics, and then I just fill it in, make it make sense with the words and the subject matter after that.
That's dope. That's dope. Being from LA and representing the West Coast, how do you feel being compared to the Nate Doggs, the
Hmm.
Ty Dolla Sign? How does that feel when people ask you that?
And all I think it's a compliment. That's
Yeah.
a legend. He set the blueprint. He set a way for me to even be the artist I am today. So I gotta give him my flowers, but at the same time, I want to create my own legacy and take it even further than what he did,
Yeah.
respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, in addition to you being an artist, you have your company
Hmm.
and you talk about legacy, you have kids. Like, was that all in the plan when you first started out as far as having your company when you were doing your music?
Yeah, I think it's always been a thing. Just seeing good examples like Nipsey in my
Mm-hmm.
city. He was a mogul from the jump. He had his own company, and then he did a partnership. That's kind of how I want to move as well. Like we did a joint venture with Red Bull. Now
Yeah.
I'm able to put artists in position from my city as well and build a solid roster to where we can be a label just like anybody else.
And tell me the name of your company.
It's called Eagle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you have, you have very jazzy spellings. It's not the regular spelling of all of it.
Right, right,
In your
right.
creative process, how, because they say that you do it all.
Hmm.
You write, you sing, you mix.
Yeah.
Was that something that you learned, that's something you wanted to do, or did you learn it just seeing other people's mistakes?
I think I learned it out of necessity. Like I didn't have connections in the music industry to where, or resources like money to go hire somebody to how to do it. So I would just be on YouTube teaching myself, but it didn't feel like I was learning. It didn't feel like I had to put too much effort into it. So me learning kind of turned into a passion,
Right.
and now I just do it like it's nothing. It's just part of the process now.
Is it just music in your life now? What do you do for fun?
Yeah, for the most part, it's just music. I
Uh,
try to find different hobbies. We go bowling, like me and my team.
what's your
Um,
average?
I'm trash now. I used to be straight, but the homie got me now, so
Right.
I kind of fell off.
Have you ever played? I like playing the video games bowling.
Yeah.
I'm very good in that.
Okay.
That's a time. But do you have what else besides bowling?
hmm. What else besides bowling? I hop on the video games every now and then, but I've been on the road so much, I don't even take my game with me. I just be outside now. Music is my fun. I try to make that fun.
Right,
You know.
right. When I listen to just your catalog now, of course, we're all gonna ask, when's new music coming?
Yeah.
The sixth tape was in the summer.
Right.
Working on music now? What's up?
So I got a project dropping called Before You Go, April 22nd. Full length project. It's gonna be dope.
So,
Yeah.
any features? Is it just you? I love in No Love Lost. It's more you, and I love
Yeah.
that because it's kind of hard with doing your debut albums.
Mhm.
Kind of you thinking, well, who should I pull from here? Who should I pull from here? How is that process for you when you're doing albums? Because you got a catalog right now.
Right. I think naturally I'm just self-sufficient, so
Yeah.
it takes an extra effort to want to include somebody into my process. But for this project, I definitely made it an intention to like outsource as far as getting different vibes from different artists. So I got 3 features on this project.
Okay.
I don't want to
Well, I was
announce it
gonna say
yet.
I'll wait. I'll wait
So,
for it.
but yeah,
Yeah.
dope collaborations.
Very cool. Do you play any instruments?
I play the keys just slightly,
Okay.
self-taught, but I never went to school for anything.
And it's just ear and
Right.
heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's talk about touring because you recently did the Dreamville festival.
Yeah.
You have some upcoming festivals. Have you had that moment that you're you're on stage
Yeah.
and looking at the crowd and it's like, wow.
I think Dreamville just this past weekend was one of them moments. Just seeing
Mhm.
how a lot of people knew my words. Way in North Carolina, I'm from LA, so seeing people way in the back dancing, screaming my words.
Yeah.
That's just the extra motivation I need.
How about overseas? You had a chance to
Right.
cross the pond.
Yeah.
How has that experience been?
London was a movie.
Yeah.
I feel like they appreciate the music times 10 out there because we so far. And yeah, it was love.
Wait until you go to Japan.
Ooh, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. When you look at the future, I know you have your company.
Mhm.
What sites do you have? And my question, is it hard to have both brains, like the
Mhm.
artist and the CEO?
Right. I think it is, especially me being a new artist,
Mhm.
trying to still develop myself and because I feel like I just got my foot in the doors. So I still got a lot to prove on the art side, but I still want to learn so much on the business side
Yeah.
to be able to take care of not only my family, but multiple families, see how far we could take it,
Mhm.
see how many kids we could feed,
Yeah.
and just, give it back at the end of the day.
Are there any people business wise that you've seen like that you look up to or like their model of business now?
Yeah, like I said, Nipsey Hussle, I would
Mhm.
say even Rick Ross, as
Mhm.
far as just the investment side of how he moved like that. Of course, you got your Jay-Z's and
Of
things of
course.
that nature. But I want to even do it bigger than Nate did. Like
Word.
I'm still in the development stages of like what my plans is. But between me, Carl, my business partner Vic, we always brainstorming on how we could take it to the next level.
How do you keep it so cool? How do you keep this vibe? Is that always a vibe? Is that feeling, oh, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna be here? How do you maintain just being settled?
I think I just don't focus too much on the highs or the lows.
Okay.
You know, I try to focus on what's in front of me at the time and try to remain humble. That's my motto, forever humble.
I love that song.
Thank you.
I love that song. Have you, outside of music, are there any other projects in your business that you see yourself going into? Because I saw your cameo in the reality show. Because you have the gang
Slide.
gang slide.
That's a theme song.
Any vision as far as being on TV,
For sure.
doing some stuff?
I just gotta. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that.
People, their offers coming to you.
I'm stepping into that field soon.
That's what's up.
Sure, yeah.
That's what's up. For any independent artist, just from what you've learned to date, do you have any advice that you could give someone? And I ask that because for myself, coming up from the music side, I still in 2022 still get people who maybe live in a smaller city wanting to send a demo tape, wanting to do stuff. And I always encourage people, like, it's a new day. You could do it yourself. Yeah. What advice could you give to an independent artist that's in Georgia, Tennessee, or even North Dakota, as far as they have good music? What could they do? I
think ultimately just learn how to be self-sufficient. Don't limit yourself to just being an artist. The information is out there to learn how to be a producer, learn how to be a manager or an A&R. Like it's different fields outside of being an artist that still involves the music business that we need great people in, you know, especially people of our color. So I would just say practice being self-sufficient and keep learning.
Yeah. I'm sure that you always get, you should do a song with this person and you could do a song with this person. Have you had, well, maybe it's on the new album. Any thoughts of doing a duet with anyone, a female singer?
For sure. I think that's the only thing that's been missing, like that female perspective with Blxst perspective. And that's all I listen to on my downtime, like female R&B.
Like who?
I listen to her, SZA, Janae Aiko, just to name a few.
Yeah.
Big fans.
What song do you like from Janae?
Janae? I don't even want to say the word.
Aiko.
Let me see. I'm gonna think of another song because the one I'm thinking of is kind of inappropriate.
I like that song.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
I'm gonna say a song with Big Sean. It's called Inside Outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you doing a duet because with a female, from a female's perspective, because I sometimes, what I love about the lyrics of your song, if you're getting into it with your guy or your person, I really could listen to your lyrics and you could put things in perspective.
Thank you.
You know, you could do a little book like Blxst Relationship Tips.
That'd be fire. I like
that. Right. What's next? Because I would love to know more about some of the artists that are coming out of your camp as well.
Yeah, so right now we just developing a roster. Right now we got my boy Jay Million out of Long Beach, a dope producer, dope songwriter, artist as well. And I just want to work with artists that I'm inspired by too. So anybody that's under the Eagle umbrella, you can expect some heat for sure. Very
cool. How you started putting music out during the shutdown and the COVID.
Yeah.
How was it during that time when we were all home? Did you think, well, damn, am I ever going to get a chance to perform? And what was your motivation to keep on putting music out?
It was a gift and a curse. Because I feel like it was a risk around that time, of course, not being able to fully touch the people and see the response of the project. But my music is so conversational that people got to sit and actually feel and hear what I'm saying, the subject matter, the cohesiveness of the stories I'm telling. And it was like a Netflix series. Like even with the visuals, we made sure all the videos tied in with each other. And we just let them binge watch and binge listen to the audio.
How do you like doing the videos? Because it's different from being in the studio. Like it's a machine.
Right.
How was it your first video that you did?
It was tough. We was shooting them back to back too. So we would do like 2 videos in one day, just trying to knock it out. I would say videos is the most boring part of being an artist because it's a lot of do it over, do it over, do
Right.
it over, hurry up and wait. So it's a process.
You know, and my last question, do you know how to do the TikTok, the dance for Chosen?
I used to know how to do it. I don't know how to do it no more. I forgot how it goes. Oh, you know how to do it though.
I told you I worked on it. And I was saying, like, I loved your voice. It was so melodic. And I was like, who is this guy? You know, and it made me just dig deeper and deeper. And I just love just all the collaborations. I wanted to talk about also, I said my last question, but the synergy that you have with Bino. How did that come about?
It just felt effortless. He didn't even know I was an artist at first, because I used to just send him beats off the strength, and he would record to every beat I sent him. And one time I sent him a hook with a beat that I made. He was like, "You did this hook?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that was the first song we did together, and that was one of the songs on the 6 tape. It's called Savage.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the beginning of our chemistry as far as making music together.
A great synergy because you went back and did 6 tape too.
Right, yeah.
How did that come about?
I feel like it was a demand from the city overall, and I think it's dope when you can collab with an artist and it feels effortless. It don't feel like you trying. Like we bounced off each other ideas and was knocking out songs like that. So shout out Being Over Dope for even giving me the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming from LA, what does it mean to you to do more collaborations with hometown people?
I think that's everything. You know, just like how they do it in the South, you got to put your people on. Even outside of music, whether it be a black-owned business, that's just how I move. That's how I operate. So anytime I'm inspired by an artist, it don't matter how famous you are, how much followers you got. If you dope, I'm going to rock with you.
And last thing, what are your summertime plans? Anything that we can look forward to? We know we got new music coming, but what's Blxst plans for the summer?
I'm going to be on tour this summer, so
I'm
going to be back outside in a city near you, for sure.
Well, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We love you. We're looking forward for more from you, from your company, and what's to come. So thank you.
I appreciate you.
I'm Kelly Kinkaid, Blxst. Thank you. The Hybrid Soul Countdown.